Hello everyone, I'm playing a wonderful game called Strange Horticulture. It's a plant mystery game. So as you can see across the top here I have a large collection of plants. I have a book which tells me about various plants and helps me to identify them. I have a map of this world. I think it's a fantasy world. Some of the plant descriptions are quite fantastical, which I can visit if I ever have need using this World to Explore tab. And the object of the game, for the most part, is to bring in customers who will have requests. So this guy is worried about witches in the forest. Down to Back Barrow. And I've actually been to Back Barrow. I've played about 5 minutes of this game. I went to Back Barrow on the advice of this little note. So one of the things you can do is you can go out and collect plants. So I followed this note to a place called Back Barrow and acquired this plant, which is dangerous and secret apparently. But so the main object of the game is he has a request, in this case for... He's asking for lemon dandy and he's going to give me fennets to add to my plant collection. So I need to find lemon dandy. And you do this by dragging whatever item you want to look at onto your desk here. And so this book shows me lemon dandy. It gives me a Latin name and then a description and a helpful illustrative image. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is mostly associated with curing afflictions of the heart. So we don't know what he wants it for. He just says he wants it. We are to assume that he knows what he's about. To help us with identifying plants, we have this handy magnifying glass. I'm already seeing something with this sort of tufty structure on top. And curled leaves. Could be lemon rind like. Other than that, this is fairly tufty but doesn't have the curled leaves. And that's all the plants that I have access to at the moment really. So we can take a closer look using this here microscope. The smell is faintly off-putting but not overpowering. It's okay, we don't have any information about the smell of lemon dandy anyway. So I'm going to tentatively label this as lemon dandy, if I can spell. And the uses of this are heart problems. I think this is what he's looking for. Now, what I don't sort of really know is how the consequences for getting an identification wrong work. So he's giving me this new plant, which is that one that's put there. Hello, new plant, and this was fennel. Now he's given me this new plant, but I don't have an entry for it, so I don't really know anything about it. Yeah, so I don't know what happens really if you get an identification wrong. I believe it's something to do with this bar. I think this is your sort of errors bar or your health bar. Now just before I went live, I acquired this letter from the postman. It says, Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten, robbed and left to die in the streets. Jesus. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger, just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travellers. On the northeast corner of the woods, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. This is from someone called Amos Duncan. I have no idea who Amos Duncan is, but he's given me a location to go to. So I need to find Gosforth, then I need to find the woods to the south of Gosforth, and I need to go to the northeast corner of those woods. Oops. So if I go to this little tab, I can look around for Gosforth. Gosforth is here. Woods to the south, northeast corner. Northeast corner, which I would take to this place. The wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench and clamour of Undermere. It's not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. That gives me a new plant. I wouldn't have necessarily called that a bright flower, but okay. We can label that with... we don't know what its name is. We call it Bright, I guess. And we can label it with the location where we found it, which was the grid square G5. And then we get a big tick to say we completed this, so I can pop that away. I found this on a shelf. I don't really know what it's for. Some of the clues are a bit oblique, I guess you might say, in this game. You can press this button to summon an access bar. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her, a terrifying black skeletal creature. Its roving head scanning the landscape. Though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. That's great. I sell plants. This Swift seems to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child. A sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. She needs sleep. Honestly, all I really needed was that last line. Now I can click on this to get a more in-depth bio. Faye Swift. She grew up with her mother. Her father was rarely violent, but once is enough. When he struck her, it finally broke the hold he had over her mother, and she fled in the night, the sleeping Faye held close. Faye often has vivid dreams, but has never considered that other people do not. She came to strange Horticulture seeking relief from her nightmares. And then this is a log of the conversation we just had. How do I get back out of this? Yep, okay, there we are. There'll be a button for that somewhere. I just need to find it. She wants forest camphor. Forest camphor. The strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect. Thanks for sleep. The camphor produces a beautiful, rounded, dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. So I'm assuming these are the smaller flowers. This is a rounded cluster of dark blue, and I'm not seeing any other rounded clusters of dark blue. The only other dark blue we have is maybe that. Maybe that doesn't look very much like it. So we can look at this under the microscope. Maybe it's the same. Put this under the microscope, yeah. So I'm thinking it's this. First campaign is for sleep. Plant identified. So she's giving me a new entry for my book, which allows me to identify another plant for whoever comes along wanting Butterdale. Person, Nora Butterfield. Would you like some Butterdale? No, she wants Wandering View. Wandering View, which reminds her of a hermit inventor, the Wanderer. View. Now I believe I actually collected this entry from visiting one of the letters in my archive. And I followed this letter. Yes, an excerpt on the elusive Wandering View in Ambleside Library. So Wandering View is a fungus with gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. So I can't see the undersides of mushrooms, which I'm assuming is what this picture is of. But I can look. So I've got 2 mushrooms? I have 2 mushrooms. It smells strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water. And it also does seem to have attracted a large number of flies. Or this one. The undersides are somewhat sharp. Okay, yes. So this is going to be the Wandering View. Actually, I think these red bubbles might be these little nodules on the side. Finger's Bane. It's a great name. So I think this is... Whoops. This is Wandering View. And we don't know anything about what it's for, besides cutting people, which you can do much more efficiently without using a mushroom. Yes, that was correct. So we can do the book entry, Lady of Summer, very nice. Aids with memory. And then I can end the day. I can also, and this is the most important, I can pet the cat. Hello kitty. Hello kitty. Okey-doke. There's a deck of cards? A tarot deck maybe? No, not tarot. Row H, the third river. It started when she found something she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. Is that my friend who found a book tucked away in the corner of the Ambleside Library? Let's follow this lead to start with. And then there are 1, 2, 3 rivers. I would assume it's to be the third river from the left. H 1, 3. Okay, so actually the third river in row H is the same whether you're going from the right or the left. So I guess we go here. Dead deer in the river. Oh, wow, that went. And I got an achieve, which is very nice. Dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotten flesh. Death for one provides life for many. I apologise to anyone who is watching for the issues that my OBS seems to be having connected to Twitch. I plead that it's not my fault. Welcome back to Strange Horticulture. I'm currently in the midst of trying to identify Gandhi root. No, that doesn't have a tongue sticking out. So I assume it's not this. No, okay, we're going to go with the one that matches the description. We think this is Gandhi root. And it's good for digestion. Unidentified. He's given me an entry for Meekdew. Modest Phyden. Well, this is another one that you don't want to touch, apparently. Ding. Oh, it frightens the kitty! Oh no. The Vandermeer is looking fine in the sunshine today. Here's my mail. Ooh, it's got a wax seal on it. This is Amos Duncan again. He writes, there's an old slate light at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramlines. I thought you might be interested. So we're also learning more about the world as we go. So we've met some witches, we've met a barrister who no one likes. We've met a strange lady who has nightmares. Hard Knot is where we're looking for. T-Bay. Oh, I've been to T-Bay, the real T-Bay. I assume this is not the real T-Bay. Well, I've been to T-Bay Services, which are some of the better services in the UK. If you're not from the UK and the word services means nothing to you, it's what we call those places off the side of a motorway that you stop in when you need to pee. I'm looking for Hard Knot. Hard Knot. Now I am unfortunately... Oh! I was about to say, I am unfortunately extremely blind, however I have then just immediately discovered it. Hard Knot is a mountain, I guess. Because it's got a height marker on it. An iron gate rusted by years of abandonment sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rough it may be, but it won't budge, locked. And it wants me to find a pavilion. Oops. Also, oops. Pavilion. Marsilea Clavis. According to legend, Clavilion can be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. The heart-shaped leaves have earned this plant the nickname Lovelock. So I'm looking for a plant with heart-shaped leaves. That doesn't tell me anything about the flower. You're not really heart-shaped. You're not really heart-shaped. Anyone for some heart-shaped leaves? Not particularly heart-shaped. Oh, you're quite heart-shaped. Let's have a close look at you. They smell pleasant. I don't know anything about the flowers or the smell. Don't have anything else that seems similar, and I assume they won't give us these puzzles if we can't. Oh no, there is a leave option, so it's possible that I just don't have it. It's also possible that I do and it's this. So I'm going to tentatively suggest this might be a pavilion for locks. Success! Plant identified. Gets me a book entry for Aguria. Enhances psychic abilities and the clarity of visions and prophecies. I feel like this might be more useful for the sleeping lady than the sleeping plant that they actually gave her. And it's also giving me 3 plants, which I'm about to need to identify. These are all from F13. Collect some plants. Oh yes, they're all mushrooms, of course. a green mushroom, a red bulby mushroom, and a blue bulby mushroom, which are these three. And we don't know anything about them other than they're from F13. Double check the letter. Found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels. No, that's not particularly pertinent information. I've got a little watering can. I water plants and it gives me these compass points which go to my ability to explore a place. But I don't currently have anywhere that I need to explore. Bing! Reuben Ward. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest, investigating a possible murder there. The Sisterhood. Ah, so this is the Sisterhood who somebody else was complaining about. They're not keen to talk to him. The leader, the Arder, is dead. So I can find Grisdale Forest on the map if I want to. He thinks they're hiding something. He wants some foxbutt at the house to win them over. So Grisdale Forest is here. And I know that someone who came had to detour via Backbarrow to avoid the witches in Grisdale Forest. Which, to my mind, seems odd, because I'm not really sure how you can get conveniently from anywhere that's on the other side of Grisdale Forest to me, because I'm here in Undermere, without going via Backbarrow, unless I suppose you might be able to go straight across the lake, but that seems inconvenient. What canst thou do? He wants foxbutt. Foxbutt. An offering of foxbutton is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs across the stems. Oh, one of the things I should be doing really is finding the ones I've identified and putting them up separately to make more room. So you are all properly identified, candidate. You I just know you come from. You I identified. You I have identified. Foxbutton. So what paired leaves? You look like you have paired leaves. Thick shiny leaves. Do you have thick shiny leaves? Stiff leaves. You don't look visibly shiny. You have paired leaves. You have paired leaves. No one else does. I might describe those leaves as shiny. They also look the most like the picture. Smells of nothing I can detect. Small leaves, delicate flowers. So not you, because you have small leaves. So by process of elimination, probably you? What was the description of your leaves then? Stiff leaves. I think I'm going to tentatively suggest that this is foxbutton. It's for friends. Oh, I can look at his bio as well. Reuben Ward. Reuben works with the police on murder cases. He's a kind, good human man, but beneath the mask he's deeply sad. His only child had seemed troubled for some time before running away from home several years ago. I wonder if when it says running away from home it means left to join the Sisterhood in the woods. Search for answers drives him forward, piecing together Oh, hello. I have a human in the chat. Leilano. Hello there, Leilano. Welcome. I'm playing a game called Strange Horticulture. It is a plant-based mystery game. The objective, if you haven't been able to discern, is I'm given information about a plant that somebody wants, and I then have to use my detective skills, like Hercule Poirot, except for plants, to find out what that plant is. And there is presumably going to be some sort of wider story. I've already heard several mentions to this sisterhood in the Greasdale Forest. But for now I think I've identified this guy's plant that he wants. I've got that correct. Hooray. And he's rewarding me with Brimlock in a book entry, which treats hypothermia. Sounds nice. Can I fit you up here? I can just about fit you up there. Excellent news. I also have the most important feature, which is this cat. Hello kitty. It's called Hellebore. Bring on the next customer. Victoria Gray. So I treated Victoria yesterday with St. John's Poppy. She was hearing voices from an empty flat. There's a medium using the room illegally to hold midnight seances for gullible grievers. There are plant yards that I could use to give them a scare and drive them away. I need my sleep. She wants Harlequin Blue. Harlequin Blue? When the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy pappus, which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. I can definitely think of many better places I'd like to be as a dead soul than trapped within the plant. I'm looking for a bushy blue flower head, so this boy is immediately standing out to me. And in fact, as I've already identified this one, I think he's the only one with a bushy blue flower head. Let's give him a close look. Light, airy scent. Not sure what an airy scent means. Does it mean it smells like air? Let's tentatively identify this as Harlequin Blue. It's useful for scares. Or shrieks, I should say, in fact. Success! I am the best plant shop owner. So the backstory for this is, I don't really know any of the plants because I inherited this plant shop from my dead uncle. But I know at least some things about plants. I have some sort of interest because I get letters from people who are all very excited about plants. And sometimes I accept plants as payment in return for other plants. So this is giving me a book entry on Shimmerlung. Burns brightly and noisily, letting off a near blinding white purple light. This also sounds like it could have been very useful for her. I can understand why she's given me this. I have identified Harlequin Blue, so let's put it up on a shelf, away from the unidentified rabble. Next customer. Ooh, you look like an actual witch. Bang on the money! The Elder is dead, may Arduina bring her spirit peace. The nature of her death is unusual. The Sisterhood does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. If you show my sisters this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. Do I want to go to the forest? I mean, I'm going to go to the forest. This is Bethany Coleman. Oh, I forgot to look up the character info for that last lassie. Never mind. Beth was born to a loving family but never felt settled. Sorry, I was just checking if she was his daughter, but she's not. She sought out a higher purpose when she was still young, but left home at 14 to join the Sisterhood of Arduina. The head of the sisterhood, the Elder, took a liking to her and helped her to develop a renewed purpose, caring for the forest and putting her faith in the goddess Arduino. Okay, so they're called the Sisterhood of Arduino. Maybe they're actually not witches, they're more just sort of kooky religious people. And she's upset because the Elder is dead, as we already knew. So she wants me to come to the forest. To be assured of your discretion, we require you to use Mary's breath to bind yourself to secrecy. Let's go find some Mary's breath. Mary's breath, Salatum regius. Wide, waxy leaves allow this plant to collect the large amount of water it requires. It is said that the person can be bound to secrecy using Mary's breath. It used to be grown in the royal gardens so that the king could ensure the trust of his confidants. Right, so I'm looking for wide, waxy leaves that collect large amounts of water. Now, collecting water, to my mind, feels like they should be channeling water towards the ground, which could well be this guy. Might also be this guy. Let's have a look at how these leaves are described. It just talks about the flower. Veined leaves have a waxy finish. They're definitely very wide, they're waxy, so I reckon this is going to be Mary's breath. That's for secrecy. Success! Plant identified. Rewards a letter. First book. Oh, this one's also got a nice wax seal. It has a symbol of, I suppose that must be the goddess Arduino. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen. Our secrets have been stolen. And the Arda has been murdered. Deep in Greysdale Forest, a mile from the lakeshore across from Torva. Please help us. What do they want me for? I'm just a plant person. Right, so this is Greysdale Forest. It's quite large. Instructions are a mile from the lakeshore across from Torva. So Torva's here, lakeshore is here, and 1 mile is 1 square. So here, across from Torva to there, to the middle of this one. A sister tries to stop me from entering, but I show her the letter and she lets me through. I am ushered into a walled courtyard, and then through a large oak door, along a corridor, and down a set of stone stairs into a cool basement. An absolutely radical basement. Lying on the table, draped in silk, is the Arda. There's not a mark on her, but her open eyes are black. Her mouth, her veins, her hair, all black as a raven's wing. And they want to know if I know what could do this. Ah, so that's why they want a plant person, because they think she's been poisoned. So I need to find something that will turn her everything black, basically. Psychic visions, sharp mushrooms, hypothermia, skin rashes, opening locks, great strength, so this one is dangerous. Farmer's worry. Oh god, I can see why, if it'll make your bulls super strong and then kill them. It's extra not what you want. Oh, I just realised they actually tell me what I want. I want Ren. Don't mind me, I have a perception score of 0. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, and so can be used to detect them. Well, she's already everything black. So has she already used this? Or has someone already used this on her? Though it has no flower, it's said to smell unpleasant to those who have known death, and sweet to those who have not. Well, I suppose I've known death, as I have seen this dead lady, and also that I inherited this place from someone who died, so I'm guessing I'm looking for something that smells unpleasant. Long leaves of the wren. It has no flower. This has long leaves and no flower. I'm not sure if that's a flower or not. This certainly looks more like a picture. Let's have a look at this. How does this smell? A scent that scratches at the back of my throat. I suppose that's unpleasant. This just has small red berries. Okay, I think this is going to be the wren. It's for poison detection. Success! Book entry, grey sandfire. Tough, out of bark, then use for properties, dental hygiene, stomach distress. 10 joules good for smoky scent. I'm doing well. I've misspelled this. It's supposed to say bright. But it's also confusing because the description of the area said a bright flower, and this is very clearly a dark flower. I think it even mentions that it's a dark flower. So that's a mystery for later. Anyway, I extract a sample of the other's blood and introduce it to the wren, and my suspicions are confirmed immediately. The leaves of the wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra poisoning. Do I have gilded dendra in my book? I do. Do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to dendra's miasma, a sure and painful way to die. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful blindly. So I did find a dangerous secret plant over here. It doesn't say it's painful to touch. Upon presenting my findings, I rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants which I'm grateful for. So they give me these two, which I don't really know very much about, apart from where they came from. Go there for a second while I find out what the good reference was. The good reference was J17. Let's bring on the next customer, I suppose. We can move this to the archive. Ding ding. Oh, it's Isidore Burbage again. I'm this close to... oh dear. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. I'm fairly confident it did say, you know, eat the flowers, not the leaves. My actions could have consequences. Oh, I've got a choice of plants to give him. I see. Oh, I've already looked at this guy's bio. So I give him Butterdale, or I can give him Meekdew. Butterdale has been used for centuries as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. The duckling is to be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Or I can give him Meekdew. The beautiful flowers made of many small florets make this a sought-after decorative plant. Touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. So I can give him a cure, or I can make his life significantly worse. Now this is a guy that no one likes. Yes, many who would be glad to see the back of him. So that's why I can be horrible to him, but I don't feel like I'm that sort of a person. So let's go and find some Butterdale for him. It has a sort of a 5-pointy leaf. They are dark green, and the flowers smell buttery. Do I have anything that's kind of a 5-pointy leaf? You might have a 5-pointy leaf. I don't think anyone else does. Do you smell buttery? Yes, they smell buttery. Okay, so this is a fairly clear case of Butterdale. A rash. Let's also see if I have Meekdew in. Beautiful flowers. Beautiful flowers made up of many smaller florets, so I'm looking for a little clustered thing. You? Possibly? What else do we have? You're actually the only... Oh, also you. You're the only real sort of floretty. That's an adjective. That's a real word, I promise. Sort of a flower. Yes, look at that. That picture looks exactly like that, doesn't it? So I reckon this is weak too. Decorative. Hurtful. But I can only get a positive ID in one of these, which I think is going to be the Butterdale. Yes, that's Butterdale. It gives me a book entry on Storian. Dark red fruits should not be ingested under any circumstances. They are highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. Well, that's unequivocal. A cross-section of the stem shows a distinctive triple xylem and phloem of the Storian. What a useless picture. What an absolutely useless picture for if I want to identify this. Unless I'm going to get a little, like, knife tool later, I suppose. So that is the end of day 2. There you go. We're about to close up. Oh, I also realised it wasn't raining today, whereas it was yesterday. End day. Sleepy Times gives us another card. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. Okay, so I can see the different nights story. Day 3, Sunday. Are we open on Sundays? I guess we are. Let's start by having a look first. So north of Hawkshead, east of Lowick, west of Rustland, south of Crinkle Cracks. That's a slightly confusing set of directions, because if something is north of Hawkshead, I suppose that gives us a range. Hawkshead, Crinkle Crags. Hawkshead, right here. Okay, I'm not seeing any Crinkle Crags. Oh, Crinkle Crags are over here. Ah, I see. So this is it's just giving me a bracket, so we know that it lies in this row. And then I assume it's going to be the same for column east of Lowick. Lowick is here, so it's further east than here, 17 or more. West of Rustland. Rustland is here. Okay, so it's column 17, and then this row E17. That card just burnt itself away. I still think that's quite worrying. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing at the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing. A whisper of an expression as my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper. He raises his arm and points. I follow his outstretched finger and I'm surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. I won't lie, if I saw someone whose, quote, mind is broken and they just randomly point me in a direction, I'm not going to go looking for flowers there. Well, I mean, apparently I am. New plants acquired. This little red tufty boy. Oh, these are very pretty. I like these. Okay, I'm glad I followed that brain-dead old man. Right. Shall we bring on the first customer for today? I think we... Ah! Okay. I've just noticed these reset themselves. So it's possible that I was actually supposed to follow this puzzle on the very first day when I found this card. There's not like... Can I close this and then open it again? No, there's not like going to be a secret compartment that I've unlocked by clicking on those. That's a shame. Hey kitty. Hello, Hellebore. Wilbur Miller. I'm looking for a plant. Lady of what's it? Something or other. And no green-eyed Drea, that's for sure. I wouldn't have accused you of it. Especially as I don't know what one is. My mind isn't at all what it used to be. It's the one that's supposed to help with mental decline. Lady of Summer. See. Well, I'm glad the prompt knows what he's talking about, even if I don't. Or even if he doesn't. Lady of Summer. The leaves curl around delightfully, which combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature, make it a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. Now, he doesn't have a bio, so I suppose he isn't like a main character, perhaps? Leaves curl round delightfully. You have leaves that curl round delightfully. I'm not really sure how I would define delightfully in that sense, but you have leaves that curl round. Are you hardy? Maybe? I certainly can't say I see anything else that fits that description. I'm going to tentatively say this is Lady of Summer. Still got that weird bright tag from when I found him. It's for memory. Is this what you want? Yes! Success. Ah, the book entry for Fennet. I was given some Fennet before. Chewing the tough root of this plant is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. I've identified these, so you can go up on the shelf of things I definitely know what they are. Ding. Ah, the postman again, David Shaker. They're saying the other's been killed. Yeah, I know, 2 different people came to tell me that yesterday. I know a lot of people don't trust the Sisterhood, but it seemed to me the other looked out for the less fortunate. Well, he just sort of retreats away and vanishes, in a slightly spooky manner. Is this from Amos Duncan? It is from Amos Duncan. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I'd advise against it, but if you're determined to explore Great Gable, Be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve that can keep you warm should the weather turn against you. Now, I did have a plant that was for hypothermia. I seem to recall. Let's scan through until I find the word hypothermia. Ah, Brimlock, straight away. Those suffering from hypothermia can be rescued by a draft made using leaves from the Brimlock plant. It has a warming effect that protects against extreme cold. If conditions are just right, Brimlock produces small yellow flowers. So I'm probably looking for something that doesn't have a flower, which limits me to... What even is this? Is this a plant? It has leaves, but it also looks like it has a sort of almost like a coal tube structure going on. Very bizarre little creation. Yes, things without leaves. Possibly this one, but it's also possible I might not have Brimlock yet. Smooth waxen leaves. Waxing tough. Okay, I think this might be Brimlock. Shall we go and look for... Where is it? Great Gable. Let's go look for Great Gable. I'm assuming it's somewhere in the north. There we go, Great Gable. Bing. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I am still some distance from the summit. I'm freezing cold and ready to head home. To do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain, which is exactly what Amos Duncan said would happen. Unless ... Brimlock. I think he'll Brimlock. You are Brimlock! Hooray! I push on, no longer feeling the cold, and I'm presently rewarded. I feel like I should probably have ingested that... Oh, I didn't read what that entry was. I feel like I should have ingested that before I was on the verge of getting hypothermia. I feel like I should have really made that remedy at home. And it's mini plant. Oh gosh, this looks very similar to a lot of other plants that I have. But okay. New plant acquired. And that's from Great Gable, which is A13. One of the disadvantages of streaming is that y'all can see me have my fat thumbs every time I try and type something. Ding, Norman Lee. This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Please take it. What an attractive proposition. Thanks. How generous. Ah, if I scroll over here, then I can get it. Is this even a plant? This sort of looks like a mushroom to me. Let's just say it's cursed. I guess. Maybe I should put this up here with the other dangerous plant. Maybe I should put the meat up there, to be honest. And if I can find which one it is. No, it's fine. It's decorative. I'm sure it has a useful, legitimate purpose. Let's go to my archive. Ring! Simone Green. Hellebore! Oh, the kitty! She knows the kitty! Okay, I like her. I hope he hasn't been... I hope he hasn't been nibbling the plants, considering some of the plants I've got. I have a favour to ask you. Only for the hours I spent digging out the information on those plants. Ah, did you? She wants some common trouse, and she knows where to find it. Oh, is she going to ask me to go somewhere? According to Grayson's herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. I'll come by the day after tomorrow to collect it. I have business in Sedberg in the meantime. So Simone loves books and reading. She's also irritatingly organised. and has begun the overwhelming task of rearranging the library. And was like, yes, she is the person who I got that very first letter from. Her new system works, but it will take years to catalogue every book, scroll, pamphlet, and diary. In the meantime, every day yields new discoveries, buried fragments of ancient knowledge, resurfacing to the light like arrowheads to archaeologists. That's cool. So she wants me to go to Red Pike. And she wants Common Trouse. So this is common. The trouse can in fact be quite tricky to find. Tends to grow abundance on the slopes of Red Pike. Nobody knows why. It just likes it there. Its leaves have been used for centuries as a balm against eye strain. So that'll be to do with her library nature. Where on earth is Red Pike? Red Pike, up here. Hello. Enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the views majestic. I don't have to look hard to find what I'm after. This thing, new plants, and this we already think is Common Trouse. Eye strain. I suppose this is where the game tests your ability to prepare, because in a few days. I should mark where I found that actually as well. What was that? Red Pike was B9. I mean, in a few days she's going to come back, and I'll have to have noted down where I found this, otherwise I'll be in trouble. There are hints. I don't really like using hints as a rule. I don't even know what happens if we click on this button. That's how little I like using hints. Verona Green. When you work with the occult, I find it pays to uphold a certain image. Are you going to be the medium that was distressing the other person? She wants to put on a display if she's accused of performing witchcraft. Long story short, I may have threatened to turn a small boy into a toad. And he called her bluff. Do you have a plant that will turn him into a toad? You know what little boys are like. Yes, I do. I can assure you he deserves to be turned into a toad. I think a little display is needed to discourage this sort of behaviour in future. Have I got any Shimmerlung? I feel like I was given Shimmerlung as an entry by the lady who wanted the screechy scary stuff. I feel like this is... Yes, burns brightly and noisily, letting off a near blinding white-purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large ridged leaves. I shouldn't have closed that. I think that might be you. You look like those and you grow in large leaves. Do your leaves have ridges? Yes, stiff ribs. Okay, I think you're Shimmerlung. I certainly can't see anyone else who looks like you. Not even among the scary plants. Let's tentatively suggest this might be Shimmerlung. That's bright. Bing! Shimmerlung, plant identified. Rewards book entry. Candlewood produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect against afflictions of the mind. Long thin stems grow among tall leaves. You I have identified definitively as Shimmerlung. Maybe I should have a shelf for tentative identifications. Ones that I haven't had confirmed by the game, but that I think are accurate based on what I found. Bing. Irving Harris. He's a little hard of hearing. He's looking for a plant that can supposedly help me hear better, but he's forgotten what it's called. Don't worry. That's why I'm a plant detective. I remember it's bright red though. Blimey. I don't think... Ah, St. John's Poppy is for hearing, and it's bright red. So it's probably this one? I'll scroll through, see if I see anything for hearing. No, psychic. Oh god, this mushroom feeds on light. That's terrifying. Hypothermia, skin rashes, mind afflictions, open rocks, eye strain, strength, sleepy, friendship, digestion, dying horribly, dental hygiene, scariness, memory. It's 2 memory parts, which is interesting. Heart afflictions, secrecy, creating sores. What's this? Sharp thorns. It's a perception filter plant, basically. Gastric distress, detecting poison, burning brightly. St. John's Poppy for hearing. That's what I already thought. Probably the reason why I've labelled this with hearing is so that I didn't have to go through this whole book. But I've gone through this whole book anyway. Oh dear. Insanity and death. Deters unwanted souls and spirits. This is the sharp boy. This is an insect repellent that can use St. John's Poppy. Like, just wasted all of our time. Hooray! St. John's Poppy plant identified. Collect? Collect nothing, okay. Am I being paid for this? I've also got a candle here. I don't seem to be able to do anything with a candle, but I have it. I probably always have it. And I'm just blind. End day. Oh, I didn't say goodnight to Hellebore. I'll have to say goodnight to Hellebore. Hang on. Ooh. This card is missing a bit. Time passed, a year and then another. The book remained hidden, but not out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, when she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. Oh, pardon. That's not good. It's definitely not good. Is this a plant book? Hey kitty. I'm sorry for not saying goodnight to you, but I'll give you extra scriptures today. There you go, there you go. Right. Card is blank, has a tear, has an X marks the spot. Okay, so is it... Do I use it with the map? Is there a bit of... Can I fit it on the Ooh, can I fit it on the coastline? I can exactly fit it on the coastline. Okay, that's handy. I can't see where that's actually taking me to, but... That fits. Gosh, that is perfect. Okay, that's definitely where I'm supposed to go. To N7. Take it to Black Cone. I see a pit full of skulls, some deer, fox, badger, and some human. I wish I had not come. Oh, I went to the wrong place, oh dear. Okay. That's because I can't count, slash am blind, and I was actually supposed to go to N6. Okay, I have no idea if I can ever get rid of this. Let's hope I can somehow. N6. Oh, I need to... So you can water plants to get that good ability. Oh god. To go out places. Yeah. Let's try this again. But hopefully not going to a scary place. Okay, there we go. I mean, honestly, that destroying itself card is pretty terrifying as well. 2 new plants. Gentle sound of flowing water, the sunlight through scattered clouds, a reset. 2 new plants, they're from N6. I apologise to any viewers who are screaming at me for having got that wrong, because it was an extremely stupid mistake. I'm good at this. Apart from giving a sort of a scarecrow, I don't know what this does. Oh cool, the candle's on now, is that because it's raining? Hi kitty. Hello. Oh, apparently I've got the achievement Cat Mother, that's lovely. Ding ding. Oh, you're the investigator. Fox Button was no help, I'm afraid. Sisterhood still refused to speak openly. Not that I have the time to pursue it properly. I'm rushed off my feet this week. How many other people have been murdered this week? Oh god, there's been a body found up at the Swinside Stone Circle. And it's a grisly one. Don't suppose you got anything to help keep my lunch down? I do actually. Fennett. Fennett. If your stomach doesn't cope with grisly deaths... Oops. Because me fat thumbing it again. If your stomach doesn't cope with grisly deaths, should you be a murder detective? Like, I'm not saying you can't be, I'm saying why on earth did you choose to be? Have some Fennett. Gives me the Witch Fig book entry. Plants said had many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting prints of certain compounds. It's also liked by butterflies. Has similarities to Fever Kiss, which is often confused with uh-oh. So this is going to start to get harder. Mailman's here. More of them. Verona Green handed me this for you. Do I know who Verona Green is? Yes. Okay. Oh dear. She seemed in a good mood, so that's even worse. She's the lady who wanted me to turn a boy into a toad. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Greasedale Forest, just northeast of Rustland. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seem overly protective lately. Verona Green. Maybe sleeping will help me get this down, I don't know. Greasedale Forest, just northeast of Rustland. So here is Rustland, so here is just northeast. Oh, I should check what map preference actually is for that. That is K19. Can't shake the feeling of being watched. I found my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Nobody may wander freely throughout the forest by order of the Arbor. Is that the dead Arbor? I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Mellow glow. Ah, is that the one that is a perception filter? Yes. Among other uses of this plant, the most remarkable is it can allow a person to pass unnoticed. Mellow glow has sharp thorns that protect it from predators. Do you have thorns? Those might be thorns. Those are thorns. You also have thorns. I think the thorns look more like... Yeah, they look more like the other one. So I think this is going to be the mellow glow. I really hope so, anyway. Yes, mellow glow. Gives me a book trick. For Cavalia. Helps the dead find peace in the afterlife. Might be quite expensive. And can bring good fortune. With the help of the mellow glow, I walk right past the sisters without paying any heed. I collect the part of the phone and talk about and take my leave. And I've already forgotten what the grid reference for this was. So let's just go find that again. It's in Goosedale. Okay. 19. Customer. Ding ding. Faye Swift, you've been here before. I'm afraid. Camphor gave me his helping me sleep and I'm grateful for it, but the visions are as strong as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I don't know why. And behind her, that presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning that I don't understand, a mosaic of colour that refuses to come into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down that abyss, but I am afraid. Okay, get your bio. Nag attorney, really not interested in that sort of thing. Can you please have a bit less of that? Please bear with me.
Yeah, I'm on milestone.
Just briefly. So, as you all may know, I'm the first time streamer. I actually have absolutely no idea how to take moderator actions in my own chat. So this will be an interesting learning experience for both of us. Oh, I have a module. There we go. Fantastic. And we can get on with our lives. Due to like one identity, the mosaic colour appears to go into focus. Some part of me wants to stare down at this, but I'm afraid. So I have a choice of what to give her: Aguirre or Candlewood. I'm guessing one of them will stop her having visions, and one of them will give her more visions. Aguirre enhances psychic abilities, strengthens the clarity of visions. Or Candlewood provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Do I want her to have stronger visions? I feel like this shouldn't really be my decision to make. Some part of me wants to stare down at this, but I'm afraid. Let's give you the Aguirre. When burned, incense made from the wood stain can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and prophecies. Light blue flowers, like rounded tufts of gentle lamb's wool, which sounds to me exactly like this thing. Yeah, I like the Aguirre. Let's see if I can find Candlewood. Red flower provides a shielding effect. I don't have many red flowers, it's pretty much just this. Yeah. So I think you are Candlewood. Although that's odd because I suppose you are a bit wood. Yeah, okay, maybe you're good enough. Let's give you the... So I think you are Candlewood, but I'm going to give her... I've already lost it. I'm going to give her the Aguirre. Okay. Yes, identified Aguirre. Worry less. Worry less is an aptly plant, and hearing the smell of the flowers itself is said to help ease symptoms of anxiety. Well, you might need that next time, honestly. Because whoever said that I was going to use my plant powers for good. Oh god. Did I do the right thing, kitty? Kitty thinks I did. Bing. Margaret Elsbeth. You don't come to Undermere often. They heard about your shop. I said to Frances, we simply must pay a visit. I don't know why I'm doing the voice, but she definitely seems like she has that voice. It's a wonderful breath of life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one. You don't... Okay. You're the green-fingered one. It's not really his cup of tea. But I persuaded him it would do him good, and we wanted to take a boat out on the lake. Shame about this awful weather. Yeah, not nice weather. I must come to Scissor. There are a small library with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure they'll be of interest to a horticulturist like herself. So she wants me to go to Scissor, and she's also given me a letter. I'm cordially invited to Scissor Castle, Lord and Lady Elsbeth. What the hell is a clue? Everything I've got thus far has been a letter, so what's a clue? No, I don't want them. I want... Is this? Scissor. Specifically Scissor Castle. No idea where Scissor is going to be. There's Gleaston Castle. Said there. Oh, that's Scissor Castle. Whee. I'm good. Oh, that's actually... She's got some parts for me, so let's check the good reference. 26. I'm greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elsbeth herself. She's very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you. Then he's pointing out a plant that they do not recognise. Before I can start to take a look, she's already whispering on the next one. This one too, she says. I'm quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library. I don't have the time to make as thorough a study as I would like. I am unable to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, she cried as I need to leave. She thrust the plants from the gardens into my hands and I thanked her all. She's a nice soul. This Lady Ellsworth. Actually, we stand Lady Ellsworth. So these are from K26. Ah, Fever Kiss. I have something else that is easily mistaken for Fever Kiss. And honestly, one of these plants could well be Fever Kiss. Done that one. Still not going to figure out what this is for. Just rotate to click on it. Ding on the next customer. Francis Abberton. I'm looking for a plant with yellow flowers and coarse leaves. It helps with my heartburn. Do you have coarse leaves? No, you have soft leaves. Yellow flowers. Do I have anything with yellow flowers? Maybe? Rough raspberry. Helps with the heartburn. Now, heartburn is not an affliction of the heart. It isn't going to be the one that says heart on it. So one of them does help with the heart. No, that's blue. I'm not actually this properly. Blue flowers, that's a mushroom. Bromelac produces small yellow flowers, but the leaves are waxy. Buffalo's skin rashes. I think it's going to be this one. Dark blue flowers, fern pots button. Suggested troubles. You have rough leaves. I wouldn't have said you have yellow flowers, but maybe? I don't really want to get this wrong. I'm also flipping through pages without reading them again. Maybe it is Gandy root. Anyone in chat at the moment wanna tell me if they think this Gandy root looks green? Or if it looks yellow, because I would say this is green. Flame-like tendrils. Oh, I think that's going to be grey sandfire. Actually, this one that I was looking at before. So maybe this is Gandua's after. Possibly one of us two is colorblind. What I want to know is, why is this thing that looks exactly like a candle not called candlewood? It's the biggest problem in this game thus far. Hidden memory. If you do heart, but you have blue puffs, right? Yeah, okay, I think we're going to go with Ganduit. I think you want the Ganduit. Success! Hooray! Ding, we did it. Selena Scott. They're saying Black Coon is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all. Well, I've seen plenty of dead deer in my time. But Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Amazing. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. That's Black Coon. Awful what happened to that poor young man up at Springside. I've come to some stinking mount cap. So Black Coon. Can I go to these places, or will that be sort of terrible? So Black Coon. You'll get to experience the doubt and the not knowing with me. Because I might go to this place and it might be... Because that previous mistake was like a third of my rising dread meter, just on its own. So I might not have too many mistakes left in me to make. There's Black Coon. So I might theoretically be able to go up there. This one's mentioned it now. And then Swinside Stone Circle. There is a murder there. I'm not necessarily sure I want to go to either of those places. But I'm sort of vaguely aware that the game might be suggesting I do. Oh, she wants Stinking Mount Cap. Stinking Mount Cap? I've got Sunset Mount Cap. Okay. She obviously doesn't quite know what this mushroom is called. The Sunset Mount Cap is a type of fungus with domed caps. Sometimes called Stinking Mount Cap, I see, as a result of its unpleasant odour. It's thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home and is often placed in doorways. It's mildly toxic to humans and should not be eaten. Fungus with a domed cap. No, it's not you. You have an unpleasant odour. What about you? You smell like soured milk. I think you're Stinking Mount Cap. This is for wards, I suppose. Yes, successful identification. She's giving me a book entry for Henchuck. Fruit of the Henchuck can have a startling effect on memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but in large amounts it's been known to cause severe amnesia. The tuberous bulb has an unusual structure, growing in bursts that give it a striped appearance when cut open. When the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green, it's ready to harvest. Let's put you up on the shelf to identify plants. And let's end the day, see if we can sleep off some of this rising dread. Sleepy time, we get another card. She lives alone in the castle, to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the Everhart grows. Okay. At 15, her mother, strongly dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned to drink. Oh gosh, this isn't going well, is it? Day 5, Tuesday. Oh, a nice outside today. Not raining and kind of vaguely bright. She lives on a castle to the northwest of the Abbey. Right, we want a castle to the northwest of an abbey to start with. You're a castle with no abbey. You're a tower, you're a castle. You're a castle. You're not an abbey. Ah, abbey, castle. Yes, okay, definitely here. So she lives alone there. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the Everhart grows. So 3 miles east from here. 1, 2, 3 is where the Everhart grows. Whoosh. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. Up to one side, a patch of flowers grows on the low mount. So this was B4. Might be Everhart. You plant quiet. Your tentative label. E4. Put you up on the tentative shelf. Hello. Face Swift again, hello. Oh god, I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, I'm a terrible person. It's afraid of the sisterhood. That was clear. It will lay waste to them. Oh god. So much death that can be avoided with Ardlina's protection. I do not know if I'm awake or asleep even now. I feel the darkness tearing at my mind. Well, I mean... on the plus side, we know a little bit more about the thing. I'm sorry. Oh, I know you're entirely fictional, but I still feel bad. Just realised there's a note from the author here, which basically says, I denounce all responsibility if you poison yourself. It's by WV. I wonder who WV is. Anyway, this person wants some worry less, which is fair. Oh, blimey. Inhaling the smell of the flowers is said to help ease symptoms of anxiety. Got this picture to go on and not really very much else. Don't have a picture, so it's definitely not. Smells like sweet rhubarb. No, I don't think it's you. Oh dear. Smaller berries. Oh, I do not know how to identify this plant to be perfectly honest with you. Definitely haven't found that one. useful. Well, I think this might be fever kiss, but it's a bit difficult to tell. Ah, yes, sleeping did reset all of my rising code, so that's nice, especially as I'm about to have possibly a lot of rising dread generated from getting this one wrong many times. And hearing the smell of the flowers helps ease symptoms of anxiety. But I don't really know very much about it. Oh, you've got the right kind of sort of a nubbiny growth here. Could be you. Shall I tentatively suggest it's going to be you? Oh dear. Oh dear. Yay! Success! I am the best plant detective, and I was definitely always 100% certain that was the right plant. I never had any doubts. Y'all believe me, don't you? Hop Heart. Inhaling smoke from burning the dried leaves of this plant can provide pain relief. Fern leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. Right, identified that thing. Let's give it a ping. Simone Green is back. Hello. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg 2 days ago. Stranger still, he asked after me. He said he had something for me. Don't ask me what. I told him where to find you, but he looked stricken when I mentioned London. So he doesn't come near towns at all if he can help it. He was headed west, at least I think he was. He said he was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down for you. Anyway, that's my news. Did I manage to find the plant I wanted? Yes, I believe I did. Amazing. Gives me this note. Look, man wanted to meet you. Headed west from Sedberg, possibly near to the source of the river Windstone. Oh, no, I want the map. Thank you very much. Where's Sedberg? There's Sedberg. He was heading west from there, possibly near to the source of the river Windstone. Here. There is a long way for him to possibly be. Shall I head to the source of the river Winster? The hermit's camp is easy to find. Nestled between two boulders above the spring, the cooled remains of a fire ringed by stones is the only immediate sign that anyone was here. I call out, but there is no reply. He's not here. A more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked off to one side, I discover some broken pieces of wood arranged on the floor. So they want me to go 2 south and 3 right. 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's here to the bottom left of Scissor Castle. So this is square. Hang on. Actually, use the proper view. This the square? L25. The camp at the Winster Spring has led me to another camp of sorts where I'm greeted by an eccentric man. Excellent. Where was this? L25. Oh yes. Ho 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 ho, the man says. You must take this. Take it, take it. With his insistence, I received the looking glass that he thrust into my hand. He places an envelope delicately on top. Ho ho, it's no use to me anymore. Ho ho, no use. Don't forget the red, the red, the red. Ho ho, a bony. Is a bony a plant? It's not a plant that I have. Unless it's a Latin name. Bony. Doesn't sound Latin, does it? Gosh, I have too many plants in this book. Officially. No. Right, so I finished that, like go to the archive. Who's giving me this? Oh! Okay. Right. Okay. That's not good. Okay, don't just put any plant in the looking glass then. That's good to know. Yikes. Definitely should have read this first. Said that the red bony plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden secret. I have perfected a device designed to use extract from the plant in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the use to see magics, otherwise invisible to the naked eye. I see, so I need to find red bony. Oh dear. Yeah, I messed that one up. Definitely don't have red bony listed. I'll have to find that another day or time. Ow. Ding. Conrad Stanley. Oh blimey, I'm not long for this world and decided that I want to be buried in a grave decorated with the rare and beautiful Cabalia, like a Drea huntsman with their Dranthium-covered tombs. Blimey. Cabalia. Okay. A rare plant that is believed to help the dead find peace in the afterlife. Almost always contains 6 petals. A 7-petaled one is good fortune. It's got a little bump there. You have 6 petals. You're my only 6-petaled flower at the moment, I think. No, I can't make that music cue fire again. You also look very pretty, and you look very much like this. I think you're Cabalia. Hooray! Plant identified. Rewards, more books. Eyebrains. Oh, that's probably this spanky boy. Take care not to touch its brightly coloured thorns. They do no lasting damage. They contain a small amount of venom that causes pain for several days. A plant that only grows to the south in warmer climes where they call it Lurth, after a long dead king. Known to improve eyesight at night. Bing. Are you the Jade Mask lady? Oh god, she is. Oh god. Okay. The woman in the jade mask. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Do I really want to give you whatever you're looking for? You're terrorizing my friend in her sleep. Can I not mention this to you at any point? Please stop? No, I'll just have to give you the plant, do I? Okay. Hot pot. Inhaling smoke from burning the dried leaves can provide pain relief. Firm leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. Do you have firm leaves? Maybe. You're not firm. You're not really that blue. Oh, you have stiff leaves. I think you might be hot pot. Well, what on earth is this diagram? Oh, okay, this diagram is the, these little bits in the middle are definitely you, right? Yeah. Oh, well, I can't look through my magnifying glass down the microscope, which, perhaps, in retrospect, is quite sensible. I think you're hot pot. I suspect, actually let's call this painkiller, just to avoid ambiguity. I wonder if maybe when she says her head feels like it's being torn in two, she's being a little more literal than perhaps she knows. Hot pots, plant identified. Copper Caledonian, another mushroom. This plant has a rejuvenation effect, but most who have tried to benefit from its properties have come to realise that it's a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear young, you will quickly become more frail and brittle. Red spores, often seen growing on it, are in fact a type of fungus themselves and are not part of the plant. I think that's probably you. I think you might be Copper Caledonian. Well, there we go now. Okay. Next customer, Ding. Verona Green. Hello. Reuben Ward has called on my, quote, unique expertise to aid in his investigation of the Swinside Stone Circle. Unique expertise, ha. He knows how to flash an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good long thought, actually, but my curiosity's got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me. I'll bet they found something juicy down there. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. I could do with some witch fig to take with me. Witch fig I can get you. I feel like... Okay, you're an occult scholar. Okay. You're not just a sham witch. Witch fig. A plant that's said to have many uses, including using the sensitive infection, soaking up moisture and protecting against certain compounds, which is why she wants it. It's liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, which is often confused with. Now I think that this is fever kiss. Oh. Fever kiss is said to have pale leaves, right? Fever kiss has red berries. Okay, so I think this is fever kiss. This is fever kiss. I think I've mistaken this for fever kiss, and I think this is actually witch fig. compound. I don't know, what's that? Forensics. Let's also add colour. It's like the butterflies. I think this is witch fig. So it looks like fever kiss, but doesn't have the right bearings. Yes! This is witch fig! Hooray! Jacob's Worth. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of Jacob's Worth. It's leaves that have the most interesting properties. Said that they will point the way towards any person wish to locate. Have been used successfully to find many a lost wanderer out on the fells. I wonder what makes a flower unusual besides this thing. Yeah. Hello. Ding. Oh god, it's Burbage again. I never see anybody in your shop. It's a daily surprise to me that you're still in business. Well, you're always in my shop. Oh, I don't like you. I need some Bishop's Parasol for a work-related matter. Bishop's Parasol, that's a mushroom? Found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it. It seems to draw light in, enveloping its surroundings in darkness. Now these ones I found in a dark tunnel. The gills on the outside of this mushroom seep. If I can just speak for a second, like someone who speaks English. The gills on the other side of this mushroom seep a milky fluid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. I think you have a milky fluid, yes. Okay, so you are going to be Bishop's Parasol. This is for stomach pains. I'll tell you what, this guy's got a lot of problems. Well, this says for a work-related matter. So maybe someone at his office has stomach pains? Bishop's Parasol identified. It gives me the entry for Royal Gentia, sometimes called Everheart, which I think I've already found here. The pink flowers of the Royal Gentia are made up of two large kidney-shaped petals, which does sort of look like that. Oh, it's gone. Oh well, never mind. Right, I've identified you. Do I want to try and go to this circle where there's been a murder? Or is that going to be a bad thing to do? Let's try. I shuddered at the thought of what happened here. If these stones could tell us what they saw, a chill comes over me and I realise I do not want to live here. Oh, I'm keeping all rising going. Yeah. Well, it's fine. It's the end of the day. It's going to go down. Right? Question mark. Take a card. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently southwards to the fork. Not long after the girl left home, her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. I should have had that plant I found the other day. That would have been very useful. Day 6, Wednesday. Okay, my dread is back to nothing, which is excellent news. Old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently southwards to the port. Oh, blimey, it's like rain. Not a nice day to go outside. There we go. This is Coniston. Drifts lazily southwards towards the fort, which I suppose is here. The heavens... Oh, I've got an achievement for exploring as well. The heavens open up as I reach the fork. I take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. I'm soaked through... yeah, no kidding. My spirits are high as I return home, not empty-handed. 2 new plants today. What good reference was this? This was... Oh... 17. New plants! Oh, these look like bluebells. I like bluebells. Maybe where we got them from. Oh, we now have significantly more plants that we know what they are than plants that we don't, which is, I think, is good news if you're running a plant shop. Going on the first customer, Eleanor Brammer. The insects make the salt marshes uninhabitable. I found something using insect repellent. People stay away and not much grows there, but I know where to find unusual plants. I've drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time. Thank you. That gives me will to explore. Insect repellent. Who said they are an insect repellent? Right. Insects. 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 Come on. It's okay, Keaton. It's okay. No, you can't bear us enough. Digestive trouble. Insects. I don't want to commit suicide in an extremely painful manner. Come on, one of you must be an insect repellent. Still haven't figured out what Wandering Deer is actually for, the sharp mushroom. Winter boar makes an effective insect repellent. There we go. See, also known as blue arrow or blue wings that are its cool blue-grey flowers, which sounds like this to me. Often found growing in extreme cold environments, which found it in A13. I'm pretty sure that's the place that was very cold. Yes, Grey Gable was very cold. Rubber leaves. Are these rubber? Let's have a look. Don't know. They're definitely grey blue. So I think I've got the flower that I need for this. You are winter boar. To look on the map to find out where this thing is. I think it's here. Unfortunately, you see, the cards where I had to match it up with the map was very helpful in that it just had an edge that lined up. This I've got a looks like it's just F2-ish. Yeah, I think I'm going to F2. The air is thick. Yes, right place. The air is thick with flying biting insects, an unbearable plague. I fight against it for mere moments before I'm overwhelmed. If only I had some blue winter to keep them at bay. Guess what? I do. Winterborn gives me a book entry for Granthian. Mind-altering abilities. It elevates their awareness. Granthian also has green eye derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. That's terrifying. I wonder if I should put my tentative identification sort of somewhere slightly distant. The blue winter saves my skin, but swelling mass of insects is so thick in place it's hard to see. At length they come across while they're king for and hurry away. Ew, that's gross. And this is from F2. Oh. Ready boy. You're from F2. Red, okay. Something had a brightly coloured thorns. Maybe it's you who had brightly coloured thorns. Ding. Bethany Coleman, the Druid Lady. Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. Sister is grateful, but the news that the other was poisoned with gilded danger has everyone worried. The temporary acting order is panicking. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing. A runaway called Thea that we took in a few years ago. You're gonna want the fluffy leaf find people one. Trying to find her and her sister Charlotte remembered that Jacob's Worth plant is said to help locate people. It's amazing the number of things that you can do with plants. Jacob's Worth. Jacob's Worth. Fluffy leaves. People tend to draw to unusual flowers that Jacob's Worth. There's the leaves that have the most interesting properties. So they'll point the way towards any place you wish to locate. Use successfully to find many a lost one around from bells. So all we know about the flowers is that they're unusual. And the that looks like quite an unusual flower. The leaves seem to have a mind of their own. I think this is Jacob's Worth. God, that would be convenient. Especially there's nothing else that has those kind of little non-pointed leaves. Success. This will be a book entry for Solomon's Scepter. Also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate. Flowers of this plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. Let me check what this says. Finding people. Let's ding to the next customer. Arthur Cook. It's my wife's birthday, and I wanted to get her something special. There was a plant that she used to love as a child, but she hasn't been able to find any in years. It's sort of bulb-like and has a strong smell to it. It's strong in a good way, and the flower is more like lots of little flowers. You have a strong smell? Or bulb-like? Doesn't say anything about the smell. Does the nifty entry say anything about this? Anything about the smell? There's not many that are sort of in fluorescence like that. The smell is alluring. could be Pavilion. Could well be Pavilion. And if it's for your wife, I think she might want Pavilion. Oh, nope, okay. Oh, it's not right answer. Sort of bulb-like. What does that mean? Sort of bulb-like. You're bulb-like. Yeah. Fox button. That has no smell. It has smell? It doesn't say you have a smell. Oh, you're bulb-like. Pungent but not unpleasant. Ah, I think it's weird. Okay. There we go. Okay, I only died hardly a little bit. Forest camphor plant identified. Hey, go us. Ding. S. Aylford. We've had our eye on you for some time now. Oh, he's got a little plant on his lapel. Blimey. Okay. He represents the seeds of redemption. He grew up in nearby Gosforth, which he spent some time living in Vidal King. It's not what happened in the intervening years. By the time he came to Underway, he had dedicated his life to the one he calls the Woken Dendron. Blimey. Our absent group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise will be very useful to us. We have much to offer in return. Let us know we can count on you by leaving us in St. John's Poppy Flower outside the Sagil Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us, praise the danger. Blimey. Do I want to? Do I want to join this guy? I mean, I'm gonna. Sagil. This must be the place. St. John's Poppy. Blimey. He's a bit creepy. Have I just joined a cult? I think I've just joined a cult. Corona Green. Hello. I have returned from Swinside. Yeah, it wasn't very nice. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there are certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the Stone Circle. I didn't see him. The poor victim, the less said about him the better. We even had it right though, grisly. I have the beginnings of a theory that I'd like to run some tests on a sample with Denver. You want to give me the evil? You want me to give you the evil plant of horrible death? Sounds like a terrible idea. Do not drink the sap. I know basically nothing about this plant. But I know that this is dangerously secret. I think this looks like that. Maybe. I can't not give it to her, whatever this is, so... I think it's gonna be the dangerous one. Oh, it's not the dangerous one, oh dear. I've got basically nothing to go on to identify this. Right. I just know it has long flat leaves. And I've got one chance left. Right, okay, so we know it's not over the mushrooms. And I'm confident that neither of these. You don't get this option, you don't get this option. Either you? You have long flat leaves, but then even in the picture they're bent. It's not you. I don't think it's you. Oh, it's you. My hands ache handling this plant. There we go. Oh. Ow. And wood. My aunt died 2 weeks ago and I inherited her house. There's a lot of it about, honestly. I've been sifting through her possessions and last night I found something unusual. In the front corner of the attic I found a coffin. That is quite unusual. Also, thank you for the dramatic thunder. More unusual still, it was bound by strong vines, so strong that I cannot cut through them. I immediately thought of your shop. You know about parts, right? I want Royal Gentia. What's Royal Gentia for? Sometimes called the Everheart. The pink flowers of the Royal Gentia made up 2 large cake petals. One of the few known ways to release the bind of swift snare is to apply a paste created in the sap of the Royal Gentia. I think this is it. Pink flowers. We've not got many pink flowers. 2 large kidney-shaped petals. We already thought this was Everheart, so I think it's this. Yes! Success! Oh, thank goodness it's the end of the day, blimey. Elder Finland. Buttons of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to dangerous miasma. Ah! Okay. So there's a cure to the bad news bear's plant. It smells similar to Solomon's Scepter. Oh dear. Oh, hey Giddy, we had a bad day. I made some boo-boos. Made some big boo-boos. "5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun." Fortunately, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book. By now it had become an obsession. Day 7 Thursday. It's still raining. We still have a little kitty. Hello. 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 Oh, yeah. I know. I think it might be a good time for me to call it there and go away to have some lunch. All that remains is for me to say thank you to everyone who joined me in chat at various points today. And I will see you probably after I've had lunch. Thank you very much, and goodbye.